I'm Adrian from the Westmont Public Library. Do you know the story of Pete the cat and his white shoes? It's one of my favorite story time books. Pete is one cool cat, and in this story, he takes a walk in his brand new white shoes that he just loves. But Pete steps in some messes along the way. He steps in some strawberries and some blueberries and some mud. He turns his shoes different colors. Eventually, he steps in some water and they turn white again, but they're wet. But does Pete cry? Goodness no. He just keeps walking along and singing his song. Well, I have a little snack that you can make to go along with reading the story of Pete the cat and his white shoes. You could prepare the snack, and as you're eating it, you can retell the story by taking your little shoes, which are actually graham crackers, and dipping them into the different messes that Pete steps in. This is a really fun way to exercise your child's storytelling and memory skills. A tasty way, too. Now, since the two messes he steps, the first two messes are strawberries and blueberries, all you'll need is some strawberries or blueberries, or if the fruit just isn't in season and you can't get it easily, you can use some jam. So, for the first mess, for strawberries, I didn't see any good strawberries at the store, but I did have some strawberry preserves. So I just put them into the bowl, and that's the first mess. I did, however, find some delicious blueberries. I've been enjoying them this week. So all I did was put some blueberries in a bowl and mash them up really good with a fork. Still tasty, but really messy. Now for the mud, what you could do is just make some chocolate pudding. But I really wanted to make this snack healthier. So I decided to freeze some banana slices and then just use a blender and blend it up with some cocoa powder to make the mud. So I had a nice ripe banana, I cut it into slices, and I put it in the freezer for at least an hour. However, if the banana has been in the freezer for a longer time and it's really frozen solid, you might want to let it sit out and rest for about 20 minutes to soften up just a little bit so that when you blend it, it'll be easier. I also used a little bit of cocoa powder, and then I used a handheld blender, but if you have a different kind of blender or a food processor, that should work too. I'm going to show you how I made it. Here I have my frozen banana slices, and I'm going to add about a teaspoon of cocoa powder to the bowl. And then I'm going to take my handheld blender and mix it all up. It doesn't take long, just a minute or two. I want to make sure that it's nice and smooth. There we go. We have a nice pile of mud. Okay, I'm going to put that with the other snacks, and then we're ready to eat. Now we have our pile of strawberries, our pile of blueberries, and our pile of mud. Now, you might remember that Pete also stepped in some water. I don't think I'll dip the graham crackers into water, but I do have a cup of water here to wash down the snack. So retell or read the story with your child while you're having the snack. Pete stepped into a large pile of mud. What color did it turn his shoes? Brown. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. It's all good. I hope you'll give this a try at home. Goodbye for now.